think of what I do as being surrealism, because I think surrealism was that particular movement that occurred in the 20s and 30s and 40s. But I do believe that there is a kind of work that comes as close to possible as capturing some kinds of hidden worlds. Excuse me. Yeah. Where was I? Yeah, no, I don't, like I say, surrealism was that movement that occurred in the first half of the 20th century. I don't consider myself a surrealist, but there's a kind of work that I've always loved where you cannot see the actual subject of the picture, but the artist has managed to capture the emanations from that in a certain way. I don't know how to describe it. The best analogy that I can think of is fluorescence, where you cannot see ultraviolet rays, but you can see it when they make certain things glow. And to me, surrealism has that glow. You can't see the thing that's lighting up the pictures, but you can see the light coming out of the pictures. So, a De Chirico painting of an artichoke and a rubber glove is not about the artichoke and the rubber glove. It's about the emotions that they convey, which are too complicated to be shown directly. They have to be shown in kind of a strange symbolic way. And that's the kind of work that I like the most. And that's the kind of work that I do. I mean, the things in my pictures are never what the pictures are about. The pictures are about things that can't be seen. And the images in my pictures come as close to conveying those things as I can make them. You know, it's hard for me to say how it is that I know when I'm on the right track, but I feel a certain sense of disengagement. The work comes to me automatically, sort of. The best work I do when I'm not thinking about it. It's almost taking down dictation from some silent voice. If I think too hard, if I try to plan too consciously, my work gets very weak. But if I don't even know how to describe it, this kind of shining mood that I get into where I just have access to these thoughts and ideas that I don't ordinarily. And that is when I'm most happy with my work. That's when I can enjoy my work the most, when I am less overtly participating in it. Mm-hmm. Sort of, not exactly a trance state, but a state where my ego is sort of buried. It's a state where I feel like I'm a radio that's picking up messages that I don't hear always. Some little transmitter buried within me is saying things that I don't hear all the time, but sometimes I can. Sometimes when I start dreaming before I fall asleep, and that's when the messages are the strongest and they're also the most incomprehensible. It's like watching a movie, and it can be intense and disorienting and kind of frightening, and sometimes it's so intense that I won't be able to sleep for hours afterwards. But when I don't even know what I'm talking about here. There's some process that goes on, I don't really know what it is. You know, if I had to depend on my conscious mind to make a living, I don't know what I would.
Sorry?
If I had to depend upon my conscious mind to make a living, go work at a regular job where I had to be logical and figure out how to get along with people and do ordinary things, I'd be sunk. I couldn't do it.
You arrived from when?
I arrived here 3 days ago, 6 in the morning, and then after that I didn't sleep for 48 hours. So yesterday I was dead on my feet. I was a complete zombie. And then last night finally I got some sleep, so I feel better today. So if I'm not real coherent, if I say things that don't make sense, ask me again and maybe I'll give you a better answer.